So I think, look, I think these are exciting times, and there are some amazing businesses that are being built, right? If you go back and look at history, some of the best businesses around the world were built during challenging times when there was lack of capital, or capital was not necessarily flowing in as easily, or when there were recessionary environment and you were building a business around that. Amazon, a lot of these companies were all built during tough times. And this is one of the best times to build, because you now have the ability to hire people at a much lesser price, because there are a lot of people who are now looking for jobs. So you can actually get them at a lower price. The cost of actually building a product, whether it's technology or whether it's in the B2C space, prices have dropped, right? So you can actually build a product or build products and take it to market much faster. So, you can actually do it in a much more capital efficient manner. So with all of those, really good times to really build your business. So I'm excited about the fact that there are people who are still building new businesses. There are still people who are going out and raising capital, but people who are really generally building large, scalable businesses. And what is also really exciting is the fact that we're now starting to see a lot more people with significant work experience in the domains that they want to operate in, right? Who really understand pains and challenges in a particular segment and saying, I see that pain and I think I can actually come up with a solution. And so we're starting to see a lot of these kinds of experienced entrepreneurs with domain expertise, but who also have execution capability and who are actually coming together. So from that perspective, excellent times ahead for the ecosystem, both in India and overseas as well. And on top of that, or at least, along with that, the domestic venture capital ecosystem is also continuing to. So there are much more funds, there are more capital pools available. There's much more awareness of this asset class amongst HNIs and family offices. So there's a lot more capital, and that will continue to evolve and increase, right? So I think there is more capital that's going to be still available. All of that is not going to change. So I think we are poised for a lot more exciting times, a lot more growth. I foresee that there will be, in the next 8 to 10 years, at least 100 companies out of India that are going to be really, really large companies that will be known the world over. Just like, people would know of an IKEA, or they would know of an Apple or a Google. There'll be companies out of India that will be both on the B2B side and on the B2C side, that people will turn around and just look at those companies, right? And I see that happening now. And I think that's the reason why I'm so excited about the whole aspect of entrepreneurship and venture capital in India.